Okay. So I'm doing a review on Dante's Inferno. In the beginning, Dante is found wandering through the dark forest, when he comes to find three creatures: a lion, a leopard, and a she-wolf, which drives him back to the dark forest, where he finds the great Roman poet Virgil. Virgil agrees to be Dante's guide through hell and purgatory before they reach heaven. Upon their journey, they pass through the gates of hell, which read, "Abandon all hope, you who enter here." Before they reach the river of Akron, they see souls that aren't completely in hell, which are being eaten by flies and worms. The first five circles include incontinence as the main sin. The first circle of hell is limbo, which is filled with unbaptized babies and virtuous heathens. Very few people were granted amnesty to be freed from limbo. This is where Virgil lives, but was granted freedom long enough to be Dante's guide through heaven, hell, and purgatory. Some of the greatest poets lead Dante to the castle, in which they descend to the circle of lust, which is the second circle of hell. There they see Minos. Minos is a great monster that determines where a sinner belongs. The sinner confesses their sins, and he determines how far down they have to go. Virgil is the only way for Dante to pass through each circle, because Dante is currently living. Dante hears the stories of a few greats that cheated or committed adultery, and that would be the second circle, which is lust. Dante awakens in the circle of gluttony, which is the third circle, where it constantly rains. They come across a three-headed dog named Cerberus as they head in which it tries to stop them, but Virgil throws some earth at it, and Cerberus leaves them alone. As they head to the fourth circle, Virgil explains, perfection of creation will bring perfection of perfect punishment for every sinner in the world. In the fourth circle, the punishment is each sinner is in a group where they're constantly crashing into each other for eternity. Those in the circle hoarded their money from others, so that people that were less fortunate could not survive as well. As they went past the river of fleshy sins, they watch as Filippo Argentine is ripped to shreds by the other sinners in that river. Nobody even felt sorry for him as this happened. The city of Dis is in the fifth circle, which is for anger and sullenness. This is where they meet Medusa. Medusa is a woman with snakes for hair that if you look at her, you will turn to stone. As they pass through the gates, they pass into the sixth circle. This is the circle for heresy. This is for people that denied God. The father of Dante's friend Guido is in this and wonders why his son wasn't accepted along that journey. And before they can descend into the seventh circle, they must adjust to the smell that is coming from below. In this one, it is each circle is for violence. If this circle 7 includes the river of blood, anybody that was against others, against herself, or against God in blasphemy, homosexuality and usury. Uh, as they enter the seventh circle, they find that there's an earthquake which was not there soon before that, and they continue walking to find the Minotaurs. The Minotaurs refuse to let them pass, but once they let pass, there's one that is allowed to lead them through the seventh circle. The people that are against others are many people that caused fights and other stuff like that, and against the self were the people that committed suicide, and those are trees that are ripped apart by the harpies. The gamblers are in there as well, and along with those against God. So those include the homosexuals and many others, because that was considered against the Bible at the time. The next circle is a start of simple fraud, and this is the circle 8, which is one of the worst. And this includes panders and seducers, flatterers, simoniacs, diviners, barrators, hypocrites, thieves, false counselors, schismatics, and counterfeiters. All of these people were trying to commit fraud to get something from somebody that they couldn't get themselves, or wouldn't be able to get themselves, and it put those other people in a worse place. Many of them are whipped or are just put in an even worse punishment. The flatterers were immersed in human excrement for eternity. The simoniacs were placed in holes head first, with their legs exposed and burned. The diviners were contorted backwards. The corrupt politicians were immersed in a boiling pool. The word falsifiers suffer from fever and headache for the rest of eternity, and many more. These people have no way of getting out of these punishments, because it is considered such a harsh crime. The final level, or geographic level, is those for treachery. This is the last circle, and that's the 9th circle. In this one, they descend to Cocytus, and this is for people that were against their relatives, against their political party or homeland, against guests, and against rightful lords. All these people in this are submerged in blocks of ice with their heads face down, so it's like having a brain freeze for the rest of eternity. Throughout their entire journey, they met Minos, Cerberus, Platus, which was the person that was their guide on the boat, Phleus, the Furies of Medusa, the Minotaur, the Harpies, the Geryon, the Horned Demons in the 8th circle, along with winged demons, serpents, and Cacus, and the devil with a sword. And then in the 9th circle, they found giants and Satan. In Satan's mouth is Judas, Judas, and 2 others that their names seem to be escaping me at this current point in time. Thank you.